Thanks so much for joining us today on one of our 14 affiliate stations. We're brought to you proudly each and every day by D&D Farm and Ranch. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at corn, beans, and wheat, courtesy of John Tuggle & Company, Corpus. Another reaching their lowest level since August 21st. Corn futures ended a 6-day streak of lower closes to end up 4 by the bushel. Soybeans led the way up 17. KC Wheat finally had an up day, closing up 18. Although the forecast across Argentina is cooler and wetter weather in short term, much of the precipitation will be needed for their corn crop to be up to early expectations. The same Argentinian weather is adding support to soybean futures. Brazil, on the other hand, is expected to produce a big crop, and their exports of corn to China are cutting into potential U.S. exports. Due to drought across Europe since July the 1st, the EU has now imported 500 million bushels of corn, twice as much as they had imported all of last year. Corpus Christi's public elevator is open this week for Milo trucks 8 to 2:45. Cargill is open for trucks this week through Friday 7 to 3. And the Andersons are open Friday, closed today 7 to 2. For help marketing your grains, 361-852-5207, Tuggle & Company, Corpus. I'm down on the farm's Larry Marble. We're here at the kitchen table with Stephen from D&D. Stephen, I understand you've got great things going on in your ropes and roping department.
Yes, sir. So, Larry, we carry Preferred, Shoot Help, and WW roping equipment, and we have way too much here. Your listeners can save up to $500 off select roping shoots while supplies last.
Down on the farm, listeners, while supplies last, you get the discount. Give Stephen a call. Stephen, tell everybody how to get a hold of you at D&D.
Just give me a shout at 830-379-7340, extension 160.
Neighbor, let's take a look at meats. We'll begin with the hog market. As we look toward the national pork carcass cutout value, it dropped by $5.37 in the afternoon of port to $84.45. The week's federal slaughter for hogs estimated at 1.466 million head through Wednesday. That's 8,000 head behind last week, but is 63,000 head more than the same week last year. As we turn our head and steer our gaze toward the beef side of the equation, we see wholesale boxes, 838 higher on the choice in the morning, 222 higher on the select. USDA estimated federal slaughter through Wednesday, 382,000 head. That compares to 384 in thousands of head last week and 365 in thousands of head from the year before. USDA confirms 156 trade in the Nebraska area on Wednesday, limited 153 in the South. The FCE online auction reported 8 lots offered, 2 in Colorado, 6 in Texas, none sold. Bids 153 to 153.50. The ask was 155 or higher. Neighbor, there's your meat moves. I'm Larry Marble from down on the farm, and we're on the line with Brandon DeBose from DeBose Pipe, Panel, and Gate. This what year they start?
Man, they started in 1976. Grandfather started this business, backyard in Lomita, Texas.
Brandon, describe your product line and services provided.
Yes, sir. We do entrances. We sell pipe. We sell livestock gates, pasture gates, heavy-duty corral gates. You know, any kind of gates you'd really need out there on your farm, your pasture, whatever it is.
The phrase that y'all use within the commercial is wholesale to the public.
We're under competitors' retail prices, and our panels are the first and only to ever have a lifetime warranty against any livestock. Our heavy-duty line, they're made out of a 2-inch Schedule 80 pipe frame and 1 5/8 14-gauge rails, and they're going to weigh around 150 pounds. We're very confident in the way they're built, the material they're built out of. We're very confident in our employees that put these things together. And, man, there's nothing more frustrating than going buying a competitor's panel and setting up your pins and having a bull try to jump out of it and tear 3 or 4 panels, and there you are having to go buy 3 or 4 more. When ours, man, you bring that panel back, show us where they try to jump through to jump over, and if it's damaged by any livestock beyond use, let us know, man. We replace it, no questions asked.
Now, you offer financing, too.
We go through a company called Sweet Pay Financing. It's been a very handy tool.
You're at the Lomita location. Give us your phone number for the Lomita location.
Lomita location, we can be reached at area code 512-752-3200.
And the website?
www.dubospanels.com.
We're on the line with Ken Jordan, Jordan Cattle Auction. We're looking at the sale in San Saba on Thursday. Ken, what's it looking like Wednesday night?
You bet. About 5 o'clock, 5:30 or so, we had right at 2,500 on the yards, 230-something cows, 20-something bulls. We're kind of looking, they're still rolling in real strong, so we're kind of looking for around that, possibly 3,000 head for tomorrow. A lot of choice offering of calves and yearlings, a lot of wean cattle going to be here too, Larry, so look for a good run, good market, and we'll shape up a lot of those cattle and some really good deals the way it's looking like.
Good. We'll tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
You bet. Give us a call, area code 325-372-5159. We do have a listing of some of the early offers that people called in or whatever. They will take a look at those. They are welcome to it at our website, jordan@cattle.com. We start at 11 o'clock with the cows, probably take about an hour and a half of the cows, and we'll roll right into our calves.
All right. We appreciate it, Ken. Thank you so much. We'll talk with you after the sale.
You bet, Larry.
Neighbor, did you know, combined with the truss department, insulation department, and millworks department, just 3 of the departments there at MG Building Materials, they've got the ability to deliver an entire building package from a single supplier. They are truly your one-stop shop. They have 5 locations around South and Central Texas. Let's count them down right quick. Pleasanton, Kerrville, San Antonio, Corpus Christi, and Uvalde. MG Building Materials, your one-stop shop. MGBuildingMaterials.com. We're on the line with Cousin Brian from Seguin Cattle Company. Cousin Brian, how'd the sale go?
Sale turned out real good, Larry. I'd call this cattle market steady all the way across. Active, just good, strong finish for the year. Ended up with 1,186 head of cattle. 2 to 3 weight steers, $1.65 to $2.42. 3 to 400, $1.62 to $2.58. 4 to 5 weights, $1.56 to $2.25. 5 to 6 weights, $1.34 to $1.93. 6 to 7 weights, $1.29 to $1.88. With 7 to 800 pound steers, $1.12 to $1.54. On the heifer mates, 2 to 3 weights, $1.27 to $1.92. 3 to 4 weights, $1.40 to $1.86. 4 to 5 weights, $1.32 to $2.20. 5 to 6 weights, $1.30 to $1.95. 6 to 700 pound heifers, $1.18 to $1.60. Top end of the packer cows, 87 cents. Had a few young palpated cows today. They brought from 700 to $12.50. Top end of the bulls bring 96. So, like I said, just a good, strong market. Sheep and goats ended up with 1,118 head of them. And sheep and goat market, it might have been a tick cheaper, and that was just the volume. That was more than they could handle. On those good nannies, bring up $270 with good kids, bringing from $260 to $330. Had some of those good show weathers that they brought up to $335. When you get to those Dorper ewes, they brought from $120 to $185, with the lambs bringing from $240 to $295. So, like I said, just a good market.
Good. One more sale?
Next week, December 14th, that's the last sale for 2022. So if you got something to sell, you better get it to us.
All right, Brian, tell everybody how to do that.
You can give us a call at 830-379-9955, or you can call me on my cell phone at 830-305-0652.
We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
See you next week, Cousin Larry.
I'm down on the farms, Larry Marble. We're here at the kitchen table with Stephen from D&D. Stephen, I understand you've got great things going on in your ropes and roping department.
Yes, sir. So, Larry, we carry Preferred, Shoot Help, and WW roping equipment, and we have way too much here. Your listeners can save up to $500 off select roping chutes while supplies last.
Down on the farm, listeners, while supplies last, you get the discount. Give Stephen a call. Stephen, tell everybody how to get a hold of you at D&D.
Just give me a shout at 830-379-7340, extension 160.
We're on the line with Chris Carter, Karnes County Livestock Exchange down Kennedy Way. Chris, we always begin by thanking the folks that do business with us.
You betcha, Larry. We certainly do want to thank all of you for your consignments and to our buyers. Last week, we had an awesome sale to kick off December. Not only did we see 1,703 head of cattle, but our market was very strong on the feeders and steady on the packers.
Walk the pens with us.
Number 1 steers, 2 to 3 weight, 160 to 245. 3 and 4 weights, 174 to 265. 4 and 5s, 174 to 237.50. 5 and 6 is 169 to 205. 6 and 7 is 150 to 170. 7 and 8 is 141 to 155. On the heifers, 2 to 3 weight, 152 to 206. 3 and 4 weights, 156 to 214. 4 and 5 weights, 154 to 212.50. 5 and 6 is 146 to 188. 6 and 7 is 136 to 177. And the 7 and 8 weights, 126 to 150. We had 20 packer bulls last week. High yielding was 90 up to 96 on the best bull. Medium 82 to 86. 131 packer cows. High yielding was 70 up to 78. Medium 55 to 62. And the low end 22 to 28. We did not have a test on bred cows or pairs last week.
What do we got under the barn for this week?
Well, at the present time, we've got 1,435 head checked in, and we're looking for about 1,650, maybe up to 1,700 again. In our count, we've got 170 packer cows and bulls, 47 bred cows, 8 pair, and the rest are yearlings. We've got a herd sellout of some 5 to 7-year-old crossbred bred cows and a handful of pairs. We've also got a group of 8 to 10 bottle or nurse calves coming in if anybody's looking. Also, we've only got one more sale in the month of December. That'll be on the 15th, and we'll take a break for Christmas and come back January 5th 2023.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Chris.
For any questions, please call Weather Rouse at 361-542-0810 or myself at 210-286-5345.
Remember, neighbors, MG Building Materials has 5 locations. MG in San Antonio's at 2651 Southwest Military Drive. MG in Corpus, they're on Padre Island Drive, 7436 Padre Island Drive. MG Building Materials Uvalde, 2301 East Main. The store in beautiful downtown Kerrville on Memorial Drive, 2202 is the street number. And MG Building Materials in Pleasanton, 1734 West Oak Lawn. Now, I know you can't remember them all, so go to mgbuildingmaterials.com for details. We're on the line with Kelly Thigpen, Pearsall Livestock. Kelly, how did our sale go this week?
I had a good sale, Larry. Ended up with 678 head of cattle. Cow run was a little bit shorter this week, but looked like the Packer cow and bull market there was pretty well fully steady. It could have been a tick softer maybe, I guess. Didn't have any real outstanding cows there. You know, the better end of the cows kind of in the mid upper 70s. Better end of the bulls kind of mid to upper 90s. So pretty well the same. Then on the calf and yearling side of things, had a lot of good calves there today, and those good top end of those number one calves continue to sell just extremely well. You know, a lot of them steer calves up over $2. You know, but there's, like I said last week, you know, there's a good bit of difference between a top end and then some of those planer cattle. Some of them planer cattle are hard to move, and you know, we're seeing some of these calves coming off these cows pretty fat, and you know, those fat balling calves, you know, take a pretty good discount to some of those cattle that got some condition to them. But overall, market was really good. I thought had a lot of good calves and yearlings there today, so was well pleased. Ended up with 678 head.
Now, you'll have one more sale?
We'll have one more sale next week. It'll be our last regular sale, and then we've got a special replacement sale on the 17th, and we've got a pretty good JAGA cattle consigned to it. We've got all the listings and pictures and everything up on the website, but that'll be Saturday the 17th. We'll have a few bulls, and then we'll have a lot of good usable cows. Don't have a lot of just real fancy stuff, but got a lot of good, young, usable ranching kind of cows. If anybody needs some, they need to come see us on Saturday the 17th.
All right, we'll continue to tell people about the special. In the meantime, Kelly, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Call us there at the office, 830-334-3653. Mobile number is 334-1047. Website's PearsallLivestock.com.
Kelly, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye. I'm Larry Marble from Down on the Farm. We're at the kitchen table, and I've got RD from D&D on the line. And I understand you've got some special for us, right, RD?
Yes, sir. Hot weather's dying down, but we still have some more days left before the cold sets in. So we're putting some of our water troughs that people have been using as swimming pools on sale, our 8 and 10 foot troughs. Now, your customers can get these for a good $800 on the 10 foot by 2 foot deep round water troughs, and 8 foot by 2 foot deep for $450 when they mention this ad. Now, if you don't need it for your swimming pools, your cattle and livestock can always use a good water trough too.
RD, tell everybody how to get a hold of you at D&D.
You can reach me here at D&D at 830-379-7340. My extension is 161.
We are on the line with Wayne Geiswhite, Gillespie Livestock. Wayne, how did cattle sell in Fredericksburg?
Well, we ended with 1,547 head, Larry. Cow market's probably a couple of dollars cheaper. We're seeing some awful big runs around. And then I'd sure like to tell you a little story that I know there's not a lot we can do about it, but some of these people need to watch these cows. They're sure getting thin. I had a lot of cows that we had a hard time getting through the rain today, and just bunches of them too. So anyway, we need to pay attention to our animal husbandry out with these calves and these cows. Cow market, like I said, is a couple of dollars cheaper. I think we topped out at somewhere around 77 or 8. But the thin cows, range 20 to 40. Cow market, I called it basically steady, but Larry, I probably didn't have some of the quotes I had last week, but I didn't have any cattle like that, especially in the light end. Still sold those light 4 weights up to 245, which is about the same as last week. 5 weights up to 210. 6 weights, really thought the 6 and 7 weight cattle were a little bit higher, up to 159, 160. Even had a weighing up to 700 or over 700, and 8 weights up in the 150s. So there was quite a bit more activity on some of those bigger cattle this week than we saw last week. The heifers basically about steady. Good light heifers still bring up over $2, up to 210. 5 weights up in the low 170s, 6 weights up to 160. And some 7 weights bringing up in the 150s this week. So that was sure probably a bit high. So it was, I think I misquoted a while ago on the steers. I had some good Charolais steers weighed 615, bring 179, so that was quite a bit higher also there.
Now we have, go ahead.
So, it was not the quality we had last week, but the good cattle really sold good.
Good. Now just one more chance to get sheep and goats and cattle bought next week.
Right. That's our last sale this year.
All right.
So everybody, if you want to come to Fredericksburg this year to sell cattle or sheep and goats, we need to be here next week.
Tell everybody.
Our
Go
first
ahead.
sales will be January 3rd and 4th in 2023.
All right. Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Wayne Guys White.
Larry at 830-997-4394.
We appreciate it, and we'll talk with y'all next week.
All right. Thank you.
You bet. Bye-bye. Maybe here's a shotgun look at the grains. Corpus Milo 1306, Corpus Corn 841 1/4, Houston Wheat 978 3/4, Houston Beans 1447, Texas Cotton 79.33 to 81.58, but no bales sold. That's it for Down on the Farm. I'm Larry Marble. Good day.